Tonight on The Edge, Lions coach Dan Campbell makes the biggest defensive move of his life.
He's obviously gained some more notoriety, so I think it was the smart decision for them to move.
After upset fans found out where Coach Campbell lived, his house hit the market.
We're grieving, we're hurt, and we want some answers.
Their loved one is gone, an innocent bystander killed by gunfire at a Lions tailgate. Tonight, the prosecutor announces there will be no charges against the gunman.
At one point in time, I thought DTE stood for doing tremendous excellence, but I'm finding out they just dogging the elephants in the room, and that's us.
The Public Service Commission hosts a meeting about a DTE rate hike, and its customers are not having it. All of this and more straight ahead.
This is The Edge.
The Edge at 11 starts now.
Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell draws up a new play to protect himself and his family.
The Campbell family has moved out of their Bloomfield Township home due to security breaches. Fox News' Jessica Dubnak joining us live with some too close encounters. And Jessica, what was happening? People, were they showing up there?
Oh, yeah, Taryn, they were definitely showing up there, and these all started after that tough loss against the Cowboys last season. Someone actually leaked their home address, and of course, once it's out there, it got into the wrong hands. Someone was actually sending a bunch of contractors to the Campbell's home to make repairs that were absolutely unnecessary. It continued to escalate from there.
We got a lot of room to grow.
A powerhouse of a man on the sidelines, harassed at home. The family of four, Dan Campbell, his wife, and two kids, a victim of doxing after that tough loss last season against the Dallas Cowboys. Doxing is leaking personal information to the public, and the leaker exposed Coach Campbell's home address off Corton Road in Bloomfield Township. Then someone sent a bunch of contractors to his house to make repairs that were not needed as a prank. Again, after a loss against the 49ers last season, the harassment ramped up. The family filing police reports with Bloomfield Township PD. Campbell saying this week the security concerns necessitated them to move.
He's obviously gained some more notoriety, so I think it was the smart decision for them to move.
Ashley Crane, the founder and CEO of Crane Homes, hired on to help the Campbells find a new home.
We have kind of created this like boutique brokerage situation and concierge services, things that other agents aren't providing for them.
Crane Homes helped sell their stunning $4.5 million home in 24 hours.
It was one of those listings that doesn't come up often. It's kind of one of those trophy properties.
Bloomfield Township Police releasing this statement about the Campbell security breach. It says in part, the Bloomfield Township Police Department is committed to the safety of all of our residents. Harassment of any kind will not be tolerated. Crane Homes found a super private new property for the Campbells. They've already moved in.
I feel happy for them that they can have that privacy, and I would hope that all the fans out there, they love him enough that they would give him that privacy, and their family too.
The Campbells no longer live at that house off of Corton, and they actually went public with this whole situation. They want people to stop showing up there, especially because they don't even live there anymore. Reporting outside of Ford Field, Jessica Dubnak on The Edge.
Well, in the days of the internet now, Jessica, I mean, how can he prevent this or the family prevent this from happening in the future? It's sometimes pretty easy to access that sort of thing.
Yeah, sometimes it's just as simple as a Google search, and this fan that ended up leaking the address was a bit skilled because they did try to keep the address as private as possible. But like you said, Taryn, if there's a will, there is a way.
Well, hopefully they have other security measures in place to protect the family, because certainly you don't want anything happening to them. Thanks, Jessica.
Well, 2 lives were lost during Sunday's Lions tailgate at Eastern Market in Detroit. But tonight, we've learned there will be no charges in connection to that shooting.
According to investigators, the 40-year-old gunman acted in self-defense when he fired the deadly shot. Fox News' Dave Kinchin has reaction from the family of the innocent bystander who was killed during that tailgate.
I'm never going to see another video of my uncle. I'm never going to see that again. I'm never going to have that again. I'm never gonna have that. I'm never gonna get on Facebook and see that.
Heartbreak and devastation for Deja Little after learning the man who fired a single shot that killed her uncle, 40-year-old Rayshawn Palmer, and another man at a Detroit Lions tailgate will not face criminal charges. Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy calling the shooting at Eastern Market this past Sunday an act of lawful self-defense.
We just want answers. I'm gonna be out here every day. I'm gonna be at every function. I'm gonna be everywhere that has Rayshawn Bryant on it. I'm gonna be there.
Cell phone video captured a fight that day showing Palmer in the blue jersey walking over apparently to break it up. The prosecutor's office says 25-year-old Jalen Welch, the other man killed, walked into the middle of an argument holding a gun in a threatening way while approaching the shooter. That's before the shooter pulled his concealed pistol and shot Welch one time. Investigators say that one bullet passed through Welch's head before striking Palmer in his head, killing him as well. The prosecutor says Palmer was an innocent bystander who only tried to be the peacemaker.
Our brother is gone. This is an individual that was in a community that wanted to give back, did give back, loved his family, was not a violent person, loved to dance, and just wanted to entertain. And for this to happen, for trying to stop something that was happening, it's just it's unacceptable. This is unbelievable that an individual shoots someone, even though he had a CPL in an environment like this. It could have been a 5-year-old. Unfortunately, it was my brother. And so my whole family is here. We're grieving, we're hurt, and we want some answers.
Palmer's family says their fight for justice is only beginning.
We're not going to give up. We're not going to fight. If we got to get out here every day, if we got to post things, if we got to march, whatever we got to do, we just want some answers. Give us some answers. Just if it was their family member, they would want some answers. Just give us some answers.
Amid making funeral arrangements, the family says the news of no charges filed just brings the pain back all over again. At the Eastern Market, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
The public pushes back as DTE asks for more money. They want a rate increase.
But customers make their voices heard tonight at a public hearing.
We don't like bullies. We don't deal with bullies well. We come for you.
People came to Detroit's Mumford High School to voice their concerns to the Michigan Public Service Commission. The board are the ones that will decide whether to approve another rate hike. DTE hopes to charge $450 million more per year, but customers say they can't afford that.
You can hear the anger and the disappointment. Unless you're a sociopath, you feel it too. But the worst part about this entire situation is you get to go home. You get to go home and you don't have to live our lives.
DTE has a guaranteed profit. And so my objection to a rate increase is, why are they getting their profit no matter what? Thank you.
Thank you. Brian.
DTE's latest request coming just months after the company received an increase of $368 million per year.
Well, hopefully our recent stretch of weather is keeping your electric bill lower. I mean, nice days, cool nights.
Yeah, we've had some great days to leave the windows open and let that fresh air in, and more on the way. Captain Rich Luderman with a look at our forecast.
That's the forecast, Roop and Sharon. Yeah, more nice weather for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There is a big storm up here in the northern Rockies, another storm trying to organize on the East Coast, but we're right in the middle, and as a result, we have dry weather again Thursday, more clouds Friday. How about the numbers today? 82 at the airport. 62 the morning low. Here are your averages, and there are your records. Not even close right now. 67 Jackson, 63 in Monroe. A little cooler up there in Port Huron, 61, 65 in Howe. Pretty mild all across the Great Lakes, even warmer numbers. Look at Minneapolis right now, 75 degrees. For us, it's going to stay warm. Compliments of high pressure there up in the eastern lakes. We're going to see a weak trough approach Friday, and that could bring some more clouds, perhaps an evening shower. Again, that's Friday. Better chance for some showers down the road on Monday. Very comfortable tonight. Could be some patchy fog in spots, down to 61 tomorrow, 82 again with lots of sunshine, and then you'll see it stays warm into Sunday when we officially welcome fall. There's your shower chance for Monday. How about a full check at 4 a.m.?
Sometimes the victim is an innocent bystander just probably going to work, and now they're planning for a funeral, and that's very tough to swallow.
A horrific crash during morning rush hour leaves 3 people dead. It happened on M14 near Godfredson Road. A white Nissan SUV was going the wrong way when it smashed head-on into a Tesla that was trying to enter the freeway. The Tesla's driver and both people in the SUV were killed. Police are looking into why the SUV was driving the wrong way.
What we want you to do is, if you are going to commit a crime, please do post it on social media so that we can give you the attention that you need.
Criminals looking for likes, making the job a lot easier for police. Last month, we showed you this horrific story of a driver intentionally driving over a bicyclist in Detroit. Investigators at DPD were able to track down the suspect by tracking the social media page. It turns out that driver was only 14 years old. The child is charged as a juvenile with intent to do great bodily harm, failure to stop at the scene of an accident with serious impairment, and reckless driving causing serious impairment. The victim will suffer from the injuries for the rest of his life, and just makes it even worse to hear that it was a 14-year-old. Just absolutely awful.
Very true.
Well, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters will not be endorsing Harris or Trump in the 2024 presidential election.
Internal polling following the Democratic National Convention showed 58% of Teamsters endorsed Donald Trump, while only 34% backed Kamala Harris. However, Michigan's Teamster Union has decided to show their support for Vice President Harris.
We just knew that we had to wait until the general president made his decision, and he did, and that's his sole right. And our executive board today said, no, we must endorse, and we did that today at 5 o'clock, and our membership is happy. Our phones are blowing up, and we're ready to go to work.
The Michigan Teamsters Union announced the endorsement, as you heard, this evening on behalf of 245,000 active and retired members. Local unions in other battleground states, including Nevada, Wisconsin, and more, are also offering their support.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has lost his second bid to have his name removed from our state's election ballot in November. Today, a federal judge denied his appeal after losing in the state Supreme Court earlier this month. State officials say 90% of ballots have already been printed. Kennedy suspended his campaign in August before announcing his endorsement for former President Trump. It's unclear tonight if Kennedy will file another appeal.